Welcome, Mount Airy, to another great month of Heart Mount Airy. Today we have joining us Councilwoman Pamela Reed. Hi, Pam. How are you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
I am doing well. Do you want to give us some updates on some of your current projects in town?
Yeah, so I can talk about Watkins Play Place, which is phase one of the Come Play With Me initiative to build Mount Airy's first inclusive play environment, one which would enable all children to develop physically, socially, emotionally, and provide the right level of challenges, address all levels of abilities, and one that went beyond minimum accessibility to create a play experience that met a variety of needs and interests, a play environment where children of all abilities can interact with each other and do what kids love to do, play. So what you're looking at is the construction of phase one. It's scheduled to be completed, I believe, by next week. We are hosting a ribbon cutting on April 9th. The ribbon cutting itself is by invitation only, so we can limit the numbers to provide some precautions related to COVID-19. But we are very excited for this project to finally take form. We started it about 4 years ago. The town of Mount Airy partnered with Ava's T21 Foundation. And we're excited that we received so much support, not only from the businesses, service organizations, but also the community as a whole. So I want to thank everyone, and we're just really excited about it. I can't wait for it to be open. Phase two, actually, with luck, will be constructed in the spring of 2022. We are still fundraising for phase two, and hopefully we receive another state grant that will help fund the second experience as well. So stay tuned. We're still working.
I'm getting a little bit
and you
of
also
like
have a project with Checker Spot.
We do. So Checker Spot is a partnership with the foundation as well, Ava's T21 Foundation. The idea behind this is to, one, brand Mount Airy's only beer, but it is also a beer sold specifically for charity. Currently, all the proceeds from the beer go directly to the playground. So we released it at the beginning of this year, and it did so well. So we are actually re-releasing it again on April 15th. And I will actually use the second round as the beer that I will sell at the majority of my events, including Bank Brews, Ava's Relay Race, and whatever else we have going on in town, hopefully. It will be sold again at some of the local restaurants and packaged goods at some of the local establishments. So stay tuned, it's coming back.
So would you like to take us away for our next interview?
Sure. So for our next segment, we're going to be focusing on the 2021 business survey that was executed by the Economic Development Commission. And we have, again, Councilwoman Pamela Reed and EDC Chairperson Donnamarie Needle. And the first question I would like to ask is, could you tell us both and share with everybody listening a little bit about your background and how you became involved with the town?
You want to go, Pamela? You want me to go?
You can go first.
Okay. Donnamarie Needle. I've lived in Mount Airy for almost 25 years. This June will be 25 years, and my husband, and raised my kids here. And I actually became involved with the town when I realized the schools on Main Street weren't the schools that my kids were going to, because they were in Carroll County and I lived in Frederick County. And when we moved here, we didn't really, I got obviously do our research on that. So, so I became involved in, just, there was talk of moving Lenore to town and all kinds of things. I always, the thing that most attracted me to Mount Airy was the little downtown. I always thought it was just so cute. And I did see that there were a lot of businesses that came and went along those, along the past 25 years, or along the past 25 years. So I just decided that, to get involved, and became a EDC commission member in 2015 and then chair in 2017.
Thank you, Donnamarie. Pamela Reed. I have lived in Mount Airy for the past 22 years. I became involved actually through friendship with Ava's T21 Foundation. I met a young family who had a daughter that was born with Down syndrome. We decided to host a 5K race to raise awareness for Down syndrome. That then led to the foundation, which then led me to working with local officials, whether it be commissions or town council, to make my events bigger and better. By forming those friendships, I eventually decided to, and obviously my love for, the town, that's what ultimately brought me to town council. But it was through the early years that I actually began forming relationships with a lot of the business owners who supported all the events that we were hosting. And it was through those friendships that led me to understand what the businesses really need, or what struggles they faced, which then of course led me to EDC.
Hey, thank you for that. I think Tony has the next question.
So this question is really for either or both of you, to find out how the survey, the business survey, came about, and why you think it's important now, and how did you conduct the survey?
Donnamarie, do you want to?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that question. Well, the survey came about, the entire thought process of the survey started back before COVID, and when the residential survey was put in place, and I had a realization that the residential survey didn't include our businesses. And I believe that oftentimes our businesses don't have a voice in our town. So I thought, well, hey, if we can have a residential survey, then why don't we try to develop a business survey for our businesses? And we started talking about that probably in January of, or earlier, maybe even the end of 2019, but we started really taking action on it. Myself, Pamela, and we actually had Wendy Rimby, who was the chair of the Growth and Task Force, or the Growth and Development Task Force, the ones who put out the residential survey. She joined with us to start to sketch out what that, if they could help us or guide us in creating a survey. And then March of 2020 came, and COVID, and so it was kind of put on the back burner for, you know, almost a year. We started working on it again, I guess, towards the end of the summer. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Pamela, if it's my foggy memory. Towards the end of the summer. And I think it's really important now that we did it now, because that we had to go through, you know, what we went through and what the businesses faced with closings during COVID. And we conducted it in terms of how we conducted it was in kind of a threefold, was regular mailer of a paper survey, and then some of the businesses got an email survey through SurveyMonkey, and then there were some businesses like that are franchises that we didn't want the survey to go to their corporate headquarters. We really wanted to keep it local, that a handful of us hand delivered the surveys to. Did you want to add anything, Councilwoman Reed?
No, just reiterate the fact that, you know, our local businesses really drive our local economy. And once we actually get into some of the results of the survey, that will kind of become a little bit more apparent. You know, we really, moving forward, we really need to continue on with this. We need their feedback as much as we need the residents' feedback.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
So I have a question for you ladies. We'd like our listeners to know what kind of response rate was what kind of response was received from the survey, if you were satisfied with the response rate, and if you thought about ways to improve on the response rate, how you might do that.
Can I take this one, Donnamarie?
Sure.
I have it in front of me, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So a total of 334 questionnaires went out to our business community. We received 78 total responses, which is a 23% completion rate. I could not be more excited about 23%. I'm happy that the businesses took the time to answer our questions. As far as improving moving forward, Melissa Thorne in Town Hall has done a fantastic job over the last year of collecting contact information for businesses, addresses, property owners, creating this database. So the more data that we have in this database, when we do the survey again, hopefully we'll have more accurate information. It will reach the hands of the people who would ultimately be responsible for completing it and then sending it back to us. So as we collect that data and build that database, I think moving forward, our response rate will actually increase. And, you know, with the 23% that we had, you know, I'm just going to throw it out there. That was a better response rate than the community survey. So I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, I agree that I think that was a good turnaround, good turnout.
Sorry about that. How do you see using that data to benefit the businesses in town once you have it collected?
Donnamarie, you want me to go?
Sure.
So we've actually already started using the data. If you look at a group of the questions, there was a section related, how do you stay informed? Most of the responses, the majority of them, were social media. And then another section of the survey asked, it was evident that a lot of the businesses weren't well informed on what's going on around Mount Airy, meaning they needed more information related to Harrison Lashir before they could answer the question, or more information related to the Center Street extension. the Beck property. So basically that told us that we needed to do a better job of communicating and reaching the business community with more information. So Donnamarie has set up the Mount Airy Economic Development Commission, I'm sorry, Facebook page, to do just that. You know, if our business community uses social media, then that's where we need to communicate with them. The other part of that is with the flow of information, we are creating the brand ambassador program as a result of the survey. It's something we've been talking about for a long time, but now that the survey is done, it's time to move forward with it. And this brand ambassador program will actually help information flow much smoother. So the brand ambassador from each business segment will communicate with business owners within their segment and then funnel that information back to us, and vice versa. You know, we can funnel information through the brand ambassador, which will then reach that specific business segment. So overall, you know, with the survey, one, we're going to communicate more through the, you know, the engine that they use with social media, and, you know, keep the businesses current and keep the flow of information going. And that's a result of the business survey.
Can I add something to that?
Yep.
One of the things that the survey also told us was that businesses are looking for more support in marketing. And something that we already had started working on was our Welcome Wagon project, which is a Welcome to Mount Airy project, which is going to be able to give them or put them, our businesses, you know, right in the faces of all new residents that move to town. It's a project that we're working on and hope to have launched in the beginning of 2022. But that's just one of the ways that I think that we'll start focusing on how we can help market our businesses downtown and throughout the town.
Great, thank you for that. My next question is, what surprised you the most about the responses, and what are the biggest concerns most businesses expressed?
So I have to be honest, so we spend a lot of time talking about supporting local, you know, locally owned small businesses. It was, of the responses, over 40% of the business owners are actually Mount Airy residents. They truly live in our community. So when we say, you know, buy local, support local, we're not only supporting a small business, but we're supporting our neighbors. And I knew that a lot of our small business owners lived in the community. I didn't realize the percentage was that high. Donnamarie, anything to add?
Yeah, I think that there were some concerns that, you know, popped up. It was kind of scattered, not like one concern that was in terms of their written responses and some of the comments that were noted. And I think that, like, if there is an issue in another segment of town, whereas I think there was somebody who wrote there was no streetlights or something in the Ridgeville area, I would hope and I would, you know, like to be able to have those folks come, you know, go on our website or come to a meeting or, you know, go to town hall to be able to express that concern so that we can work with them on whatever it is that they need. I don't know that, you know, we know about some of the things or some of the concerns some of our business areas have, or businesses or business sectors, if you want to call them that, strip malls or areas of town, or even downtown, for concerns about downtown. There's some things that, you know, have to be brought to our attention in order for us to know them.
Great, thank you for that. I think Tony is up next.
I wanted to ask, and again, this is for either one of you or both of you. Were you able to cross-tabulate the survey responses to learn how each type of business or how each type of business answered the questions for comparison purposes. So for example, which business category were most satisfied with the responsiveness of leadership of the town, and conversely, which were least satisfied? That's an example.
I think that yeah, so the answer is yes, we could cross tabulate. And you know, that could be the next step that we take. We didn't, Melissa, you could probably answer this the best. When the data was populated, we didn't go that deep, but we could, and we probably should.
Yeah, I'm just going to step in and say SurveyMonkey was the avenue used to put all of the information, whether it was received in the mail or not, on there. So that service is just a great way to do that cross tabulation. Right now, I think the EDC has started developing, you know, an action plan from the initial results, and I'm, you know, expecting us to take this further, and they can help to do that. But right now I'm kind of blown away with the response, you know, as it's been, and I can't wait to see, you know, these type of initiatives develop maybe before we jump into anything else. But, you know, every month, like we have up on the screen here, EDC meets next on April 28th. And that's something to talk about. And something that we didn't mention on the screen there is that the EDC meets on the 4th Wednesday of the month at 7. So that's a regular monthly thing. I actually wanted to ask, but Donnamarie, you touched on it already. What help are the businesses looking for from the town to support their business? Was there anything else other than marketing that may have jumped out as far as what they're looking for from us?
Yes, there was a response that was, I wish that the leaders in town, I'm not reading it verbatim, I just remember it. I wish the leaders in town would stop by and say hello more often. And I think that that's because people just want to be heard. You know, businesses, residents, they just want to be heard, and they want to know that they matter. And I actually started doing something like that a couple of years ago on my own, just kind of going to meet with each business for 15 minutes at a time, just asking them how they're doing, what kind of support we can give them, what are they looking for in their future growth, etc. And it was nice, but you know, unfortunately, it's a volunteer position, and sometimes time gets away from us. So I'm really looking to circle back and start that over again, because that really hit me, that one comment.
Thank you, Donnamarie. That's so, you know, nice that we're gleaning these things from the survey, because it's like sometimes the most obvious things, but it really helps when you hear it from somebody. Ashley, you have the next question.
How do you think the businesses perceive the Economic Development Commission, and does that surprise you? Maybe some comments in the survey.
Donnamarie?
Well, I think that it's apparent that, you know, a lot of our businesses have never been to an Economic Development Commission meeting and don't really have an opinion either way. And we kind of knew that from the residential survey, which touched on the residents' perceptions of the Economic Development Commission. So it doesn't surprise me, maybe a little bit more because there are businesses, but they're busy. So I guess it's our job to get our faces in front of them and let them know who we are and that we're here to support them, and let them know all the things that we're doing to support them.
I'll add on. It's sort of we're this silent commission, right? People only know who you are if you're loud. We do good things behind the scenes, and Donnamarie has done a fantastic job of taking this commission to a whole new level. Recruiting local business owners, like she said, getting out there, meeting the businesses. So a lot of our, or I should say all of our recent success, one is the support that we receive from town staff, but also Donnamarie's efforts. So thank you, Donnamarie.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And your efforts as well, Councilwoman Reed.
Thank you both for those responses. I also wanted to ask about the Center Street expansion. Were there questions about that on the survey, and what did you hear from the business owners?
So 54% of the responses support the extension, 41% needed more information, and 5% said they did not support the extension. Yeah, it's sort of, you look at those numbers and it's kind of split. It's so, the reasons for not supporting it, I think there's fear that it could disrupt their business. People are afraid of, future development. Nobody wants us to become Gaithersburg. We want to maintain smart, responsible growth. So I think for the people that need more information, it just goes back to what we were saying previously, where we need to communicate with our businesses and get them the right information so that they fully understand where the future of the town is going and why. And then once they have that information, then they're able to really base an opinion. But I'm not overly surprised by the responses to the survey.
Donnamarie, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Councilwoman Reed on a lot of the, not just the Center Street, but a lot of the questions where the businesses didn't really know enough of information about anything that's going on in town. It's just really, up to the leaders and, people that are ourselves at the EDC, at the Economic Development Commission level, to make sure we get the information out to them as much as we can. So it's just a matter of knowledge and information.
Thank you both. Tony has the next question.
Sure, thanks. So what did you learn from the question about the reasons businesses decided to locate in Mount Airy? And how can you use that data to generate interest from other businesses about locating in the town?
Again, it goes back to, I'm looking at it now, I believe it's 47% of the business owners that responded live in Mount Airy. So that's why their business is here. Either they lived here and decided to open a storefront or business, or they moved here because their business was here. I think it says a lot about our community. People love it. They want to work in it. They want to live in it. They want to play in it. So I thought that was, fantastic, actually. Looking at it, it says 38% geographical location. We are in a fantastic location. We're right off a interstate highway. Commuters from Westminster that go to DC come straight through Mount Airy. That's a lot of out-of-town dollars being spent locally. So.
So is there any talk about another survey being put out at any point? And if so, what changes might you make for a new survey?
You want to take that one, Donnamarie?
Yeah, sure. I think definitely that at some point, just like we have done the residential survey a number of times, we're definitely going to want to, do another business survey so we can see the results of our efforts that we put in place from this survey. But I think mainly we need to focus on this survey for now and trying to, put in place some support systems, more marketing, things that we're already doing for our businesses, getting to know them better, really listening to what they need before we start concentrating on another survey.
Totally. Awesome. Appreciate you ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have any final thoughts, any additions we didn't cover today?
Just want to thank all the businesses who took the time to respond. It helps EDC and members of town council to truly understand how we can support the businesses better. So yeah, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I'll add to that. Definitely want to thank all the businesses that did respond and able to collect that data for us to support them better in the future. I look forward to hopefully making a connection and meeting in person sometime in the future.
Great. Well, thank you both for joining us on Heart Mount Airy and bringing us up to date on the 2021 business survey and the results you've received. Hopefully we can get back in touch with you when there's any more updates.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Mount Airy, we have some facade improvement funds available. Now is the time to start work on that project. If you've been thinking about something, this is commercial funds for the sustainable designated community area, which is, just to describe it, it stretches along the rail trail to the downtown section of town. And so anybody in downtown Mount Airy is eligible if you have a commercial business. So this goes for property owners as well as business owners. And good news, we actually have additional funds coming in the summer. Also, we'd like to highlight that our business relief loan program funding is still available. We have about $10,000. If you are interested, you can find more information for eligibility on our website. 2 of our well-established local Mount Airy businesses are already taking advantage of this program.
We will be having more information about this. Right now, we're trying to collect some data on potential projects, but if you may have seen on our website, we do have some funds coming to us via the American Rescue Plan, and there are a lot of potential projects, but we will be providing more information as soon as we can. Capital projects. We do have a page on our website, a new page. You can find it on our homepage and then just /capital projects. You can find out about the stormwater management ponds, that are going in, as well as the playground. There's some updates there. So if you have questions about that, you can see Barney's contact information on that page as well. And if you're doing your taxes, make sure you designate, and you live in the town, make sure you designate either 0703 for Carroll County or 1114 for Frederick County to make sure we get our tax allotment. The 2023 master plan is underway. They're meeting every month via Zoom. So if you'd like to join us, everybody's invited. It's a webinar, so the community can join and help us determine the future of Mount Airy. Hopefully everybody knows we have elections this year. We just had a form provided by CMC last night to introduce some of the candidates. And our big voting day is May 3rd. So hopefully everybody in town will get out and vote. We also have the mayor spot up for re-election.
And I think you can, just to pause on that for a second, Ashley, if you are registered to vote, you're already registered, like through your county specifically. But there is an opportunity to request a, what is it called? An absentee ballot.
Yes.
Thanks, Gina. And you just have to, you could call town hall or you could email Colleen. It's criley@mountairymd.gov to request that. I believe there's still another week or so, maybe 2 weeks, you could request an absentee.
Yep, and it's on the website as well.
Again, we're Keep Mount Airy Beautiful affiliates, and we are seeking community events that are already happening. Would like to collect them and put them on our town website so folks know about them, and we're encouraging you to do beautiful things.
Coming back again is Love Your Park Week. Starting April 17th through the 25th, we'll have different projects and events highlighting different parks throughout our town. We have 10 beautiful parks. There's always a reason to get outside. So this is our flyer that you'll see around town. We have coming up yoga in the park. The date is tentative for the 17th. We also have story time in Wildwood Park on April 19th at 12 p.m. We have a guided nature walk with myself, park naturalist, and Windy Ridge at 6 p.m. on the 23rd. We have our first Pickleball 101 of the year. I know a lot of people are excited for that at Prospect Park on the 24th at 10 a.m. And our rock skipping competition will be at Prospect Park on the 25th of April at 2, the same day as Bank Brews happening at the Baker Polis Pop-Up Park. So we have a lot of fun stuff happening that week in our parks. If you want any more information on these events, they are listed on the town Facebook page and on our website. For the rock skipping competition, it is bring your own rocks. So make sure that you get out and practice and you start collecting your good flat stones for skipping. We do have J&P Pizza that will be sponsoring this. So each contestant will get a pizza lunch, and first, second, and third prize will get a gift certificate to J&P Pizza. So thank you for our community support and businesses that allow us to have these fun events. And Bank Brews, if you didn't go last year, it's a great event. I know Pam can talk to this one as well, but we have that the last Sunday of the month from 12 to 4. And so April's aligns with Love Your Park Week. So it's just another reason to get out to our wonderful parks. The Rotary Club of Mount Airy, Maryland has challenged the Rotary Club of Mount Airy, North Carolina, and has teamed up with the Town Sustainability Commission to challenge folks to get out on April 17th and throughout the year to pick up trash throughout the community. If you would like more information about that, you can reach out to the Rotary directly. Dick Welcher at 301-704-7818. And this is also good for community service hours for our kids that maybe didn't get their hours last year due to COVID. Melissa, do you want to highlight this one?
Yeah, support your local Mount Airy restaurants. We have Restaurant Week coming up next month, April 19th through the 25th. That's a Monday to Sunday. There is a full list of participating restaurants on the website, mountairymd.gov/restaurant week. And there's an opportunity to win $500 again. You just need to have your receipt and log it into our website. It's a very simple form. I would like to thank our sponsors, we've got the Greater Mount Airy Chamber of Commerce and Mount Airy Main Street Association. Again, we're so grateful to have the partnerships and have all of our restaurants jumping on board with this. They're now crafting their special menus for the week, and you can go in and see whether they're going to have an offering for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And feel free to dine out or carry out or find curbside, because they're all offering those options as well. So April 19th to the 25th, Mount Airy Restaurant Week.
We have 22 restaurants signed up. So most of your local Mount Airy restaurants are going to be participating. So make sure you get out and dine. It also coincides with our Love Your Park Week. So you could grab something for carry out and have your lunch out at the park.
Sorry, I had to do it. Going on right now is every Wednesday from 5 to 9:30 at Memories Charcoal House is Burger Night. They wanted to let the community know, if you feel like a burger on a Wednesday, please consider a local business and support Memories Charcoal House. We also have spotlighted this month Mount Airy Inn. They have half-price wine bottles and prime rib every Wednesday, 5 to close. So if you don't feel like a burger and you want prime rib, there's a good alternative. And also highlighting one of our Main Street gems is Upper Deck. They have daily specials: Monday, guest choice; Tuesday, BOGO wings; Wednesday, $5 all day long happy hour, appetizers, sorry. Thursday, $6 chicken or Philly cheesesteaks, and Sunday, $2 off burgers. Again, they're located on Main Street, so please check them out.
BOGO?
BOGO.
I just wanted to slow. There's probably somebody who doesn't know BOGO. So buy one, get one. At one point, like not in the distant, past, I didn't know what BOGO was. Buy one, get one. Wings on Tuesday.
We also have Boulder Restaurant, and they have a Teeny Tuesday, Wine Wednesday, Twisted Thursday, and a Sunday brunch. So make sure you visit Boulder Restaurant on 144 in Mount Airy.
I think that takes us to about the end of the show. Is there anything anyone wanted to add before we sign off? No? Well, thank you, Mount Airy, for joining us for the March edition of Heart Mount Airy. We look forward to seeing you the last Wednesday of April at noon.
Good day, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a great Wednesday.